The psychology of English fluency. Why some people speak English easily and others feel stuck. English fluency is not just about grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. It is mostly about psychology. Two people can study English for the same number of years. One speaks confidently, the other stays silent. Why? The difference is not intelligence, the difference is mindset. Let us understand the psychology of English fluency step by step. 1. Fluency begins in the mind, not the mouth. Most learners believe first I must learn perfect English, then I will speak. This belief is wrong. Fluent speakers think differently. I'll speak now, and my English will improve on the way. Your brain learns language by using it, not by waiting for perfection. When you stay silent, your brain stays in learning mode. When you speak, your brain shifts into communication mode. Fluency is a habit, not a reward. 2. Fear is the biggest enemy of fluency. Human brain is designed to protect us. When you think people will laugh at me, what if I make a mistake? My English is bad. Your brain activates fear mode. In fear mode, memory reduces, vocabulary disappears, sentences break. That is why you know English but cannot speak it. Fluency requires psychological safety. You must teach your brain it is safe to make mistakes. Mistakes are not failures, mistakes are proof that learning is happening. 3. Confidence comes after action, not before. Many learners say, I will speak when I become confident. But confidence does not come first, action comes first. A child does not wait to become confident before speaking. A child speaks wrongly thousands of times and becomes fluent. Confidence is the result of repeated exposure, not talent. Speak small, speak daily, speak imperfectly, confidence will follow. 4. Your brain loves patterns, not rules. Grammar books teach rules, but the brain learns through patterns. That is why listening is powerful, repetition is powerful, stories are powerful. When you listen to English daily, your brain absorbs sentence rhythm, common phrases, natural structure. You don't think while speaking, you feel the sentences. Fluency happens when English becomes automatic, not analytical. 5. Identity shapes fluency. Your brain believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you say, I am poor in English, English is difficult, I can't speak, your brain accepts this as truth. Fluent speakers tell themselves, I am learning English, I am improving every day, I am becoming a speaker. Change your language about English, and your brain will change your ability. You don't need to be fluent, you need to see yourself as learner who speaks. 6. Fluency is emotional, not logical. You don't forget English words because you don't know them. You forget them because of emotional pressure. Stress blocks recall. Relaxation improves fluency. That is why you speak better alone. You speak better while singing. You speak better when relaxed. To improve fluency, speak slowly, breathe deeply, remove self judgment. A calm mind speaks better than a smart mind. 7. Daily exposure rewires the brain. Fluency is not learnt, it is wired. Daily listening and speaking creates new neural connections. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day is enough. Consistency matters more than intensity. Your brain changes slowly but permanently. One day you will speak without translating. That is fluency. English fluency is not about being perfect. It is about being brave, consistent, and patient. Train your mind first, the words will follow. Speak even when you are afraid. Speak even when you are unsure. Because fluency is not something you wait for, fluency is something you build, one sentence at a time. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, relax your mind. You are not here to be perfect, you are here to learn. This audiobook is not about grammar rules, it is not about difficult vocabulary, it is not about accents. This audiobook is about your mind because English fluency does not begin in the mouth, it begins in the brain. Many people study English for years. They read books, they watch videos, they memorize words. But when it is time to speak, they freeze. This audiobook will help you understand why that happens and how to change it. Listen slowly, listen repeatedly. Let your brain absorb the ideas. Fluency is not rushed, fluency is built. Fluency is a mental skill. Most learners believe fluency is a language skill, but fluency is actually a mental skill. You already know many English words, you already understand basic sentences, so why don't the words come out? Because your brain is not trained for expression, it is trained only for understanding. Understanding is passive, speaking is active. Fluency happens when your brain feels safe to express. Think about this. You can think clearly in your mother tongue. You don't worry about grammar, you don't fear mistakes. Why? Because your brain feels safe. English fluency requires the same safety. Your brain must believe, I am allowed to speak imperfect English. When the mind accepts imperfection, the mouth becomes free. The fear response and English. Fear is the biggest enemy of fluency. When you try to speak English, your brain asks, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh? What if I sound foolish? These thoughts activate fear. Fear blocks language. In fear mode, your memory shuts down, your vocabulary disappears, your sentences break. That is why you forget simple words. This is not weakness, this is biology. The brain chooses survival over speaking. To improve fluency, you must lower fear. How? By speaking in safe environment, alone, with supportive people, with yourself. Say simple sentences. I am learning English. Today I feel confident. I am improving slowly. Slow speech reduces fear. Soft voice reduces fear. Calm mind equals to better English. Why perfection kills fluency? Perfection is a dangerous goal. When you aim for perfect English, you delay speaking. Perfection creates silence. Fluent speakers are not perfect speakers, they are comfortable speakers. They make mistakes, they forget words, they correct themselves, but they continue. Language is a living process. Think of walking. You didn't wait to walk perfectly. You walked, fell, stood up, and walked again. English fluency works the same way. Imperfect speaking creates improvement. Silent perfection creates nothing. Choose progress, not perfection. Confidence is a result, not a requirement. Many learners say, I don't have confidence. Confidence is not a gift, it is a result. Confidence comes after action. Every time you speak, your fear reduces, your brain adopts, your confidence grows. Small actions matter. One sentence a day is powerful. 1 minute of speaking is powerful. Your brain remembers success, not silence. Speak today, speak tomorrow, confidence will come quietly. How the brain actually learns language. The brain does not love rules. The brain loves patterns. That is why children learn faster. They listen, they repeat, they copy. To become fluent, listen more than you read. Repeat more than you memorize. Speak more than you study. Listening trains rhythm. Repetition trains structure. When you hear English daily, your brain absorbs the language naturally. One day, sentences will come automatically. That moment is fluency. Your identity and English. Your brain listens to your self talk. If you say, I am bad at English, your brain believes it. Change your identity. I'm an English learner. I'm improving daily. I speak English every day. Identity shapes behavior. When you see yourself as a speaker, you start speaking. Words follow belief. Emotions control fluency. English is emotional. Stress blocks speech. Relaxation opens speech. That is why you speak better when calm. To improve fluency, breathe slowly, smile gently, speak without judgment. You are learning, you are allowed to pause. Pauses are not failure, pauses are natural. Consistency rewires the brain. Fluency is built through consistency. Not one long session, but daily short sessions. 15 minutes a day is enough. Your brain changes slowly but permanently. Every day you listen, every day you speak, your brain rewires itself. One day you will speak without thinking. That day will surprise you. English fluency is not magic, it is psychology. Train your mind, lower your fear, accept imperfection, speak daily. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be present. Speak one sentence today. That is enough. Your English journey has already begun, and you are doing better than you think. The story of a mother who learnt English for her children. In a small town in India, there lived a woman named Saraswati. She was a housewife. Every day she woke up before sunrise. She cleaned the house, cooked food, washed clothes, and took care of everyone. She never complained, but deep inside her heart, she carried one silent pain. She couldn't speak English. Saraswati had two children, a son and a daughter. They studied in an English medium school. Every evening they came home with books, homework, and questions. Ma, what is the meaning of this? Ma, can you explain this chapter? Ma, my teacher asked me to read this paragraph. Saraswati smiled, but her heart felt heavy. She looked at the English words, they looked like strangers. She wanted to help, but she didn't know how. So she said slowly, ask your father, ask your teacher, read it yourself. That night, when everyone slept, Saraswati sat alone. She looked at her children sleeping peacefully. Tears came to her eyes. She whispered to herself, I am their mother. Why can't I help them? Saraswati had studied only in her mother tongue. In her time, girls' education was not important. People told her girls don't need English, girls will stay at home. She believed them until now. One day, her son came home crying. He said, Ma, my teacher scolded me. I couldn't read English properly. Something broke inside Saraswati. That day, she made a decision. She said to herself, I may be a housewife, but I am also a mother and I will learn English. She didn't have money for classes, she didn't have time, but she had determination. Every morning, after everyone left the house, she opened her old mobile phone, she searched Learn English from Basics. She listened slowly, she repeated words loudly, alone in the kitchen. Good morning. My name is Saraswati. I am learning English. At first, she felt shy, even alone. Sometimes she forgot words. Sometimes she felt stupid. But she did not stop. While cooking, she named things in English: rice, salt, water. While cleaning, she spoke to herself: Today I will practice English. I am improving. Her pronunciation was not perfect. Her grammar was not perfect. But her effort was perfect. Her children noticed. One day her daughter asked, Ma, are you learning English? Saraswati smiled nervously and said, Yes, a little. Her daughter hugged her and said, You are the best, Ma. That hug gave Saraswati new strength. Months passed. Slowly, Saraswati began to understand textbooks. She read simple sentences with her children. She didn't know everything, but she tried, and that changed everything. Her children stopped feeling afraid. They started believing, if our mother can learn, so can we. One evening, her son said proudly, My mother helps me with English. Saraswati heard that from another room. Her eyes filled with tears, not tears of pain, tears of victory. Saraswati never became a perfect English speaker, but she became something greater, a role model. She taught her children the most important lesson, not English. She taught them it is never too late to learn. Fear should never stop you. A mother's love has no language barrier. Today, Saraswati still wakes up early. She still cooks, cleans, and cares. But now, every night, she sits with her children. They read English together. They learn together. And she smiles because she knows she didn't just learn English, she changed her family's future. If this story touched your heart, please remember one thing: learning has no age, dreams have no limits, and effort is never wasted. If you are learning English or if this story inspired you, you are not alone. Keep listening, keep learning, keep believing in yourself. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to this channel.